Hello everyone, myself Heli Mehta, working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is database management system. Our unit is 7, that is transaction processing. So today our topic is transaction state diagram. Okay, see in the diagram here we have a starting. So it is begin. Okay, while our transaction is executing, it is our activate state. Okay, so activate state is further divided into two parts, that is it may be partially completed. Okay, so after the final statement has been executed, so it may be partially completed or it may be fail. Okay, when normal execution can't process. Okay, so when if our transaction is failed, then we are in the aborted state that I have explained in the previous lecture. Okay, so after rolling back and restoration to previous state. Okay, so our execution is begin over here. When we are in executing phase, it is we are in a active phase. Okay, if our transaction is failed, okay, then it is in the aborted state. Okay, now our if our transaction is in activate phase, after that it is partially completed, and when it is successfully completed, it is in the committed state. Okay, so first is active state. Okay, this is our initial state. Okay, the transaction stay in this state while it is in executing. So while we are executing, we are in a active state. Okay, so after that that is partial completed. When a transaction execute its final operation, okay, it is said to be in a partial committed state. Okay, when we are in our last phase, we are executing our final operation or instruction, then it is in the partial committed state. Okay, next is fail. Discover that normal execution can no longer proceed. Okay, so our transaction is fail. Once a transaction cannot be completed, any changes that is made must be undo, rolling it back. Okay, so when our transaction is fail, it is roll back to original state and we are in the abort state. Okay, committed, the transaction enters in this state after successful completion of the transaction. Okay, we cannot abort or roll back a committed transaction. Okay, when we are successfully completed our transaction, it is in the committed state. Okay, and last is abort, the state after the transaction has been rolled back and the database has been restored to its original state prior to the start of the transaction. Okay, so it is rolled back to original state and it is known as aborted. So there are 5 states in the transaction diagram. First is active state, it is the beginning of transaction. Okay, when we are at the last state of our transaction, then it is known as partially committed. After successful complete whole transaction, we are in the committed state. If our transaction is unsuccessful, okay, then it is in the failed. If our transaction is failed, okay, then we are roll back to our original state and we are in the aborted state. Okay, so there are the 5 state of the diagram, that is active, partially committed, fail and abort. So this is the transaction diagram. Okay, now next is concurrency. Concurrency means allowing different transactions to execute simultaneously. Okay, so more than one transaction are performing the transaction simultaneously at the same time. This is known as a concurrency. The concurrency is the ability of database to allow more than one user to access the data at the same time. Okay, so they execute simultaneously. Database allows multiple users to access the data at the same time. The biggest challenge of having a concurrent system is the maintenance of consistency in the system. Okay, so if we are allowing concurrency, then consistency of data must be maintained. Okay, in spite of the multiple transactions executing simultaneously. Okay, so concurrency means allowing different transactions to execute simultaneously, but our data's consistency must maintain. Okay, consider a simple example to know how concurrency affect the consistency. Assume that there are only 3 seats available between Bangalore and Singapore. Okay, on a particular day, and around 10 people are trying to book the ticket on the same flight at the same day. Okay, so we have only 3 seats on 10 people at the same time. They are trying to book the ticket, okay, of the same flight of the same day. Okay, so what happened? the system allows transactions to occur simultaneously, and these 10 people can book those 3 seats from the different location. Okay, because our transaction is not successfully completed. Okay, so 10 people are simultaneously booking their tickets. Okay, these 10 people get a ticket each when there were just 3 seats available. Okay, this is a big violation of consistency or integrity of the system. Actually it is false. Okay, we have only 3 seats and 10 people are booking it simultaneously. Okay, so there is the problem of inconsistency. Okay, so when we are our database is performing concurrently, means transaction are executed simultaneously at the same time. More than one user can access the data at the same time. Okay, at that time data must be consistent. Okay, this is the problem of inconsistency. Okay, so the 3 problems due to concurrency, that is first lost update problem, second is dirty read problem, and third is incorrect retrieval problems. Okay, so because of concurrency when multiple users are accessing data at the same time, okay, there are 3 problems: lost update problem, second is dirty read problem, and third is incorrect retrieval problem. So first is lost update problem. Okay, this problem indicate that if two transaction T1 and T2, here we have a two transaction T1 and T2, both read the same data and update it. Okay, both are reading same data and they are updating that data. Okay, then effect of first update will be overwritten by the second update, because the transaction T1 and T2 both are reading the same data and both are updating the same data. So what happens? Our first updated data will be overwritten by the second update. So see here we have a time T0, T1, T2, T3 up to T5. Okay, now we have a two transactions, that is T1 and second is T2 transactions. Now what happened? T1 transaction read the data X. Okay, so X is equal to initially 100. Okay, after some time T2 read X. Okay, so both read X. Now T1 update the data, updated X is equal to 75. Our original data is 100. Now T1 transaction update X is equal to 75. Now what is the value of X? Now 75. Now at the time T4, okay, transaction T2 update X to X is equal to 50. Okay, so our X is equal to 75 is now override by transaction T2. Now our value of X is equal to 50. Okay, but the transaction T1 update the value of X from 100 to 75, but transaction T2 update the value X is equal to 50. Okay, so that 75 is override by 50. Okay, that is the problem. So a transaction T2 must not update the data item X until the transaction T1 can commit data items. Okay, so when we commit the data, our data is stored. Okay, so after completing transaction T1, okay, T2 can read the data, then this problem can avoid. Okay, so this is the lost update problem. Okay, so a transaction T2 must not update the data till T1 is committed. Here T1 is not committed yet, but T2 is read the data and updated the data. So the original value is override by transaction T2. Okay, so this is the problem of lost update data. Okay. Now second is dirty read problem. So the dirty read arises when one transaction updates some item and then fails due to some reason. Okay, this updated item is retrieved by another transaction before it is changed back to the original value. Okay, so what happened? Suppose one transaction is updated some value. Okay, and because of some problem it is failed and it is rolled back. Okay, so before it changed to original value, the another transaction is read this value in between. Okay, so reading the data written by an uncommitted transaction is called as a dirty read. So the transaction must be committed after successfully completed. Okay, so if our transaction is uncommitted, okay, and then we read the data from that uncommitted transaction, so this reading is known as a dirty read problem. So see in the diagram, here we have a two transaction, that is T1 and T2. So our original value of X is equal to 100. Okay, so now transaction T2 update the value of X to 50. So now our value of X is equal to 50. Okay, now this transaction is not committed yet. Okay, and at that time the second transaction T1 read the data. Okay, so T1 read X, so value of X is equal to 50. Okay, now after that some problem is arise in transaction T2 and it is rollback. So rollback is it is aborted and it is in the original state now. Okay, so what happened, the reading the data written by the uncommitted transaction. So here our transaction T2 is uncommitted. Okay, and our transaction T1 is read the data from that uncommitted transaction. Okay, so this type of problem is known as a dirty read problem. How to avoid this problem? A transaction T1 must not read the data item X until the transaction T2 can commit the data item. Okay, so if our transaction T2 is performing and if it is successful, then it is committed. Okay, then and then T1 must read the data, then this problem can avoid. Here what happened, our transaction T2 is updating some value and before it is goes into the committed state, the transaction T1 read this data, and due to some problem in transaction T2 it is goes into the rollback, and because of rollback it is aborted. So this transaction T2 is failed. Okay, and the T1 read the data from uncommitted transaction. Okay, so this type of problem is known as the dirty read problem. Okay, now next is incorrect retrieval problem. So the inconsistent retrieval problem or incorrect retrieval problem arise when one transaction retrieve the data to use in some operation. Okay, so one transaction is retrieving data, but before it can use this data, another transaction update that data and commit the data. Okay, so what happens, suppose transaction T1 is reading some data. Okay, and in between transaction T2 use this data. Okay, update this data and commit it. So this value is stored now. Okay, and after the transaction T1 this read data, so original value and this updated value are different, so data is inconsistent. Okay, so inconsistent retrieval problem is also known as unrepeatable read. When a transaction calculates some summary functions over a set of data while the other transactions are updating the data, then inconsistent retrieval problem occurs. Okay, transaction T1 read a record and then does some other processing during which the transaction T2 update the record and commit it. See here T1 is performing some data, after that they perform some data, in between T2 is updating the value and commit it. Okay, so now when the transaction T1 read the record, then the new value will be inconsistent with the previous value. Okay, that I will explain with example. Okay, so suppose here we have a three account, that is A, B and C. The value of A is 200, value of B is 250 and value of C is 150. So the transaction T1 doing the sum of all the balance, while transaction T2 is transferring the amount from account A to account C. So account C and account A is updating. Okay, so here what happened, we are deduct the value from account C and we are transferring it to account A. Okay, so transaction T1 performing sum of data. Okay, and transaction T2 transferring amount 50 from account C to account A. Okay, so remember this. So now here what happened, in transaction T1 we read the value A. So we read the value A is equal to 200. So sum is equal to initially 200. Okay, now after that we are reading B. Okay, so read B means value of B is 250. So sum plus 250, so value of sum is 200 plus value of B is 250, so 200 plus 250 is equal to 450. Okay, after the transaction T1 is performing some operation, still it is not committed. Okay, so transaction is remaining. Okay, now at that after some time T3, okay, what happened, transaction T2 read the data C. Okay, C is equal to 150. Okay, now this value is updated. Okay, so what happened, 150 minus 50 is equal to 100. So now value of C is become 100. Okay, now read A, update A, we are deducting this value and adding in the A. So update A, so we are reading A, so value of A is equal to 200. Okay, now 200 plus 50 is equal to 250. So value after that it commits. So this transaction is completed. Okay, this transaction is not completed yet. So what happened, transaction T1 is execute some operation, after that they are performing some another transaction. Okay, at that time another transaction T2 is reading that value and updating that value and they committed. Okay, so now the value of C is become 100. and now value of A is become 250 and this is committed, so that value is stored now. Now what happened here, we read the C, but original value of C is 150. Okay, but the transaction T2 is update the value of C. So what is the value of C now? 100. That is the data inconsistency. Now what happened, read C. Now sum is equal to sum plus 100 because we are reading the value C as 100 now, because it is updated by transaction T2. Now sum value of sum is 450, so 450 plus 100, so output will be 550. Okay, according to that data our answer must be 600 because transaction T1 is doing the sum of all balance in the account, so A plus B plus C, so it must be 600. But what happened before it commit? Okay, what happened, transaction T2 update the value, and because of this updated value we are reading wrong data. Okay, actually our data are C is equal to 150, then we get the original data, but now here what happened, we are reading the data 100, that is updated by another transaction. Okay, so that is the inconsistent data, that is known as the incorrect retrieval problem. So how to avoid this problem? A transaction T2 must not read or update the data until the transaction T1 can commit the data. So if what happened, transaction T1 first performing all operations successfully and then it commit, then if transaction T2 is read the data and update the data, then no problem. But here what happened, before committing transaction T1, T2 is read the data, update the data and commit. Okay, so that's why here at the transaction T1 we get wrong output. Okay, this is the problem of incorrect retrieval problem. So because of concurrency there are three problem arise. First is lost update, second is dirty read problem, and third is incorrect retrieval